person should be inclined towards the recognition that if there are absolute standards that human beings have recognized through time, in order to live harmoniously amongst each other, it should push a person towards recognizing that perhaps there are within human beings a compass that pushes towards looking up true north.
I don't see why you have to go that far. It's just, I see it as a general understanding that it's better that we all live together peacefully.
No doubt, no doubt. And you and me, we're on the same page.
I don't see why you need the extra step. We don't need someone above us to tell us this.
Standards that are relative in nature. So once you recognize the first premise, that human beings have a tendency to recognize an absolute standard, the second premise should push you towards the recognition that there has to be, therefore, an absolute standard. And the only absolute standard that a person can recognize is the greatest conceivable being. Because without that, it relativizes morality. And that goes against the first premise, which is that human beings, through time, recognize that absolute standards are required in order to live in harmony. And for me, I personally find that a very powerful and persuasive argument against the idea of atheism, and more towards the possibility of the existence of God.
I don't know. I think it's just a bit of a leap to just go from wanting to a society where everybody gets along together to suddenly have an ultimate
creative. That's why I'm speaking. You're right. That's why I'm speaking in probabilistic ways. I'm not saying that it definitively proves. I'm saying a person should be inclined towards the recognition that if there are absolute standards that human beings have recognized through time, in order to live harmoniously amongst each other, it should push a person towards recognizing that perhaps there are within human beings a compass that pushes towards looking up true north.
I don't see why you have to go that far. It's just, I see it as a general understanding that it's better that we all live together peacefully.
No doubt, no doubt. And you and me, we're on the same page.
I don't see why you need the extra step. We don't need someone above us to tell us this.
No, we don't. Because, like I said, it's within the human being to recognize truths that we would then define as being just. You understand? So justice itself in Islam, I'll give you the definition of justice, it is placing everything in its proper place. It is putting everything in its proper place, such that if you take something out and put it in its improper place, you're essentially taking the rights away from one person and giving it to another unjustly. So what this should do, so again, I'm hoping you see where I'm going with this, right? So I'm pushing now towards the initial premise, which was that human beings have a tendency of recognizing a standard that is more towards absolutism than relativism. And that absolutism can only lead a person to, or should lead a person more towards the possibility for the existence of an absolute being, as opposed to trillions and trillions of beings that essentially use a relative standard.
I don't know.
That's the argument that some of our great scholars have used from the point of morality to show that every human being has that compass in them. And that compass cannot just simply be explained away through random chance. The fact that human beings collectively, right throughout society, whether you talk about the so-called barbaric tribes within the indigenous forests of the Amazon from yonky years ago, or whether you talk about the advanced civilizations that will exist in the future, we all share a recognition of justice, and that is putting everything in its proper place. That's the argument for morality. That's what I was trying to get across to that individual there. So it's good, to have these discussions, to find common grounds.
It's a fair argument.
Have you heard that argument before, by any chance?
No, I haven't actually. No, I haven't. No.
Food for thought?
I think you explained it pretty well.
Thank you. Food for thought then, right? What's your name, by the way?
Rick. Yeah.
Hamza. Nice to meet you, mate.
I mean, I'm an atheist as well. But that's a massive leap to go from this, like I said before, this common belief that we should all get along together, to why we need somebody above controlling things.
I hear you. As a Muslim,
you spoke about those Amazonian tribes. Why do they need? So I lost my train of thought.
That's right. But I was going to say, as a Muslim, I recognise that there is a certain level of belief that's required to believe in God. I do recognise that there is a certain level of belief, but the foundations for recognising that it is more it is more feasible that a universe as seemingly complicated as this, the teleological argument going towards recognizing that a universe that's so sophisticated that progresses from pure random chaos to something of order requires a set of laws, a set of laws that need to come together in a way which explains how the universe could have just progressed from chaos to one of some level of some level of coherent functionality.
As a Muslim, do you believe in evolution?
Evolution to a certain extent, but my belief entails that I cannot accept the idea that human beings arose from from the apes.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Hope this video was helpful for you. This may help others too, so please consider sharing, and we will bring more videos in the future inshallah, so consider subscribing and you won't miss any. Jazakallahu khairan.